They don't need you to make prudent, strident moves. In other words, what I'm saying is that you've seen enough shenanigans out there. You're seeing the dollar being devalued. You've got other people holding on to your goodies, and I'm saying don't trust a damn one of them. Bob, what would you do? You haven't chimed in on this deal, really.
Well, until I see any sign whatsoever of government attempting in any possible beginning ways of capturing retirement plans and putting them into Social Security as an example, if I don't see any of that, I usually tell people to hold that 401k in an IRA until we do see something like that. Because it's got to come out of a committee. We'll know right away. And the minute, they start discussing in the committee, well, you just liquidate. On the other hand, in the meantime, you can avoid the 10%. In the lady's case, she would wait 2.5 years. Maybe it would be okay, maybe it won't. It's a risk you take.
The Vegas mentality,
right,
man.
Hey, one last thing.
Hang on a second, Larry.
Ralph,
Larry, hang on a second. I'm up against the break. Hang on. We'll carry you through.
Okay.
800-313-9443. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the National Intel Report, the Real Talk Radio Show.
We're back. Larry, you had something there?
Yeah, I wanted to just mention that one of your radio hosts who I listen to intently and actually practice some of his solutions is Ralph Rennerode.
Right.
And I got to tell you that if you want to get to the bottom of all this mess, is Rennerode has done the research that is just impeccable.
Do you ever listen to the Monday program, my program?
No. Is he on there?
No.
Okay.
I'm speaking of Dr. Robert Rowan and Ronald P. McDonald. I've been doing a series.
Is it?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been doing.
That's one that wrote. Those are the guys who wrote the book.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I got the book and I read the book.
Okay.
Very good book.
Yes, it is. Hey, thanks for your call, Larry. I appreciate it.
Hey. Okay. Thanks for listening to me.
Thank you, Mike in Ohio. Hello, Mike. Mike.
First off, I'd like to say that that senator's comments kind of offended me. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you. Because I don't think I haven't heard anything about the Aryan fellowship or any of this other stuff. I thought that was a kind of a cheap shot.
Well, I think it was intended to be a cheap shot. And they're desperate, as John said. And so they're going to lash out. I mean, they're talking about militia. What militia? They're talking about these other kinds of people. How many are there? 1,500 in the entire country? I mean, the whole thing is ludicrous. And you're right in being disappointed in what the senator had to say.
I was offended, Bob.
Well, you should be. I was too. Because he's calling all the people who disagree with the president and what he's doing terrible things. He's attacking our character.
Harry Reid said the same thing.
Nancy Pelosi.
Well, then it's the theme among those people.
Yeah, if you oppose Obama, you're a racist.
And
terrible.
And if you were a good little commie in the Soviet Union, you wouldn't extol the virtues of some capitalist. You wouldn't, I mean, it's crazy, but this shows the political shift in Washington, D.C., that these people are so brazen now. They've supplanted our form of government with, and again, I'll say this, a certain amount of fascism and socialism and communism. you that are an American, when you voice your opinion against this, then you're called a radical, then you're called a racist, then you're called a skinhead or a neo-Nazi, because you're not going along with the socialization of America or the fascism that is running rampant in this country. You're just not American. You're something less than American, so therefore you need to be name called.
Yeah, it's just another.
And you're absolutely right, John. And if they knew the word, they'd use it, and that's Untermenschen.
Which
You know what it
What's
means?
that mean?
No.
In German, Hitler used to use it all the time in regard to people he didn't care for, and it's called subhuman in English.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the same concept that they're using, the Democrats in Washington right now, and it's pitiful.
Taught to them by the Mossad.
There they call you names and then just
No,
shoot
but
you.
I mean, it's what Israel does very effectively. They've done it for many years. They've perfected the art of dehumanization, and you're just seeing it spill over into the U.S. Congress.
Well, there's
Good point.
so many things. Bob, I understand lately that the commander of NORTHCOM is requesting from the Pentagon that to put 1 million men in this NORTHCOM now. Now, where is he going to get them other than foreigners? And
First
for
of all,
what,
the information came from the Russians, and I don't know how true that is.
Assuming that it is true, that's a good question. Where is he going to get them from? Because the general wisdom out there is that up to 60% of the 1 million that he wants in this are actually in Afghanistan at any rate, and they're going to be ramping up for that as well. You know, we're ramping up to pull out. That makes a lot of sense. The whole program over there for 8 years has not worked on the hunt for Al-Qaeda. No, we're just in there toppling governments and installing the Hamid Karzais of the world and their crook friends. I mean, it's absolutely insanity. This country is broke, yet we're spending billions and billions and billions of dollars on something that ain't going to work.
Yeah, well.
You know, there's your
Well, the
foreign
Taliban
policy.
controls 80% of the country now in Afghanistan.
Well, and that's going to be nothing but a meat grinder, because we can look back in history to see what they've done to the Russians and anybody else that tried to invade their country and occupy it. They all end up dead.
He's becoming more like George Bush every day.
Well, geez. Our vaunted Barry Sartoro say it isn't so.
Well,
yeah, well, I'd like to see somebody put a rifle in Barry Satoro's hands and send him to Afghanistan. Because
Yeah, well, that would be, and
Vietnam
we can include all the congressmen and their children as well, and grandchildren.
Yeah.
Exactly. I spent 1969 in Vietnam. I spent my 19th birthday over there. So I know all about it. And I didn't see any senators' kids or anybody else's that, you know, any of them people from up on the hill.
What did the Creedence Clearwater Revival say? I ain't no senator's son?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sure did.
Great group.
That's right. Hey, anything else there?
No, other than that, I wanted to say that lady, I believe, well, here's what I wanted to say. I have watched my wife's 401k lose 45% of its value so far, and because of the fact that her employer donated to it, I guess all her money's gone now, and what she's telling me, the only thing that's left is her employer's contribution. So, and we got to watch that go.
Well,
if I was her, I would convert over into gold or something that she can.
is she
count
still
on.
working for the company?
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
my wife still.
yeah, here's the problem.
That's the trap.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the big trap.
yeah. She's got 25 years there. She's got too much invested to go somewhere else.
That's right. And she's going to lose it on the other end, and that's the way they plan those things.
Well, I guess what I would do, Mike, is one thing. If she's been working for this company for 25 years, the thought has occurred to her about retirement versus what she's paid versus what she's already lost and what she stands to lose. Can she take an early retirement from these people and get out from under this?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think she wants to. She's a workaholic.
well, and there you go. There you go.
You know, so all right. Thanks a lot, John.
Okay, Mike.
Bob.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call.
Question for Bob.